Welcome everybody to Wall Street Reporter's next Superstock live stream, September 21st. We are back with NexTech, NEXCF, Evan Gappleberg, the CEO, and Dasha. Dasha, I don't have your title. What is your title? You're new, right?
I'm a product manager at NexTech. Product
manager. Okay. We got to put it in your thing, in the description. Product. Okay. So we're gonna have a special presentation. We're gonna have something new and exciting to talk about. Again, for anybody that's brand new to our program, our goal is to bring you those stocks which have 10x to 100x upside potential. Companies going after massive multi-billion-dollar market opportunities at a key inflection point, and with multiple catalysts in place to ignite that increase in shareholder value. So again, NexTech, based on this thing, was already a 15x. 1,500% gain, and we're going to find out if they can do it again, become a 10-bagger again, which is always a good thing. So with that said, Evan, what are we doing? We're gonna do a show and tell today.
Yeah. So today's actually a big day. We're going to give you a sneak peek into something Dasha and our CTO and the team have been working on night and day and night to bring to market, and it's now finally ready. I'm not going to steal Dasha's thunder, but I'm going to just set the stage that Toggle3D is software. Software is very, very, very different than the other technologies that are out there. It has 90% profit margins, and it's highly scalable, no-touch technology that everybody in Techland wants. Software is the thing that drives technology. If you look at Microsoft and all the great software companies, they're great because of their software. And so we're launching Toggle3D. It's our showcase piece of software. It is a compilation of everything we've done to date in one suite, one platform, and it speaks to this 3D tidal wave that we're now experiencing in terms of demand for 3D models and everything 3D. And so this piece of software, we believe, can be the heart and soul of this 3D mega trend that is now underway. And with that, I'll let Dasha show a quick little deck that just kind of explains the solution, and we'll speak a little bit to the deck. And then we're actually going to have Dasha demo the platform itself. And so the platform is so huge that today we're only demoing a slice of it. Just to be clear, what we're going to see today is what's market ready today. There's ongoing development, and over the next few weeks and months, that development will materialize in commercial products that we continue to add to the platform. But today's demo is quite exciting. And with that, Dasha, let's jump into the deck.
Awesome. Thank you for the introduction.
Sure.
Evan, as Evan had mentioned, we're super, super excited about this product. We just went live with the beta launch on Monday. And let me show.
Oh, we get. It's not up here yet. Oh, here we go. Okay.
You see it now?
Hang on. Okay. You know what? Can you make it full screen so we see the full single slide view?
Do you see it now?
I see.
He's just saying to put it in like presenter view.
Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah. That's or play from start kind of thing. You don't need to do it, Dasha.
Okay. No, this is good. Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead, Dasha.
Okay, perfect. So introducing for the first time Toggle3D. As Evan had said, we've been really working on technology and different pieces of the puzzle to scale 3D model creation with all the uptake and demand that we've been seeing over the last few months. Toggle is our way of putting together the best at NexTech and offering this as an internal tool for pretty much anybody to start creating 3D models, creating 3D visualizations as an internal tool for the company. So Toggle is essentially your 3D design studio. Our product vision for Toggle here is to create something that's very easy for anybody to use. What we've done is we've templatized the whole approach of 3D model creation. Whether it's a configurator, virtual photography, product guides, sales demos that you're hoping to create, we've taken this as one step further after your 3D model has been created by answering the question of what do you do with it. So as you see here, we've just launched the beta version of a product configurator. We're currently in development of also making a template to render high quality virtual photography pieces. And then we are developing, and to come in the roadmap a little bit later, is the template to create product guides and sales demos as well from this one design studio platform.
Dasha, I think we just need slide 2. We're still on slide 1.
Oh, do you guys not see the transitions here?
No, we don't see the transitions.
Okay, interesting. Let me try resharing here one more time.
Okay. And if not, I could pull it up. If it doesn't, I could try anyway.
Okay, awesome. Here. Hopefully this
Jack's platform is always wonky.
Do you see the slide now?
Yeah, we see slide 2 now. Yep.
Okay.
So yeah, we spoke to that, so we can go to slide 3. Yeah. There we go.
Okay, now we see the transitions. Perfect. Okay, so what makes Toggle different is we've built it in a way, again, that anybody can do it. We're really reimagining 3D design. This whole platform is run in your browser. It's the first value prop that really separates Toggle in the marketplace today. We don't require an app download to your desktop. You can do that right off of your browser, making it easily accessible anytime, anywhere. We have the second part here, which is the template approach. So as you've seen in the previous slide, we've templatized the design studio to make it super easy to just jump in and start creating what it is that you've come to do. This is very similar to the way that Canva has really revolutionized 2D design by offering that templatized approach moving forward. And this is something very similar, but for the 3D version of it. So now you have this, again, easy approach where anybody can jump in and start using these templates to create their product configurator or their virtual photography.
Yeah, it's no code. You just literally point and click, as you know, she'll be demoing in a minute. It's super easy. Anyone could do it.
Exactly. Anyone can do it. And the last part here, to make that even easier for anybody, you have the templates, but you also have the pre-built libraries. And what that means is we've provided you the tools, but we've also provided you examples of how to use these tools. Currently, we've rendered over 1,000 PBR materials, meaning physically based rendered materials. This makes 3D modeling look realistic. So rather than just sort of taking a screenshot of whatever you find online, this is actually made to put onto a 3D model and make it look realistic. So we've built that library already. We are going to continue building libraries as other templates come out, such as having a pre-built 3D model library, having different stock photo libraries, lighting and environment libraries. So we provide the templates, and then we also provide the tools. Let's try the slide transition here again.
It worked.
Perfect. So this is the first template that we've launched beta on Monday. It's the product configurator template. And you see the steps here on your left. This is honestly how easy it is to do it. You go into the platform. There's 2 different ways to start. You either upload a CAD file, which is geared towards product designers, manufacturers that work in the CAD ecosystem on a daily basis. And alternatively, you can also upload a 3D model. Whether NexTech made it, whether you got it somewhere else, we support all of the 3D models out there. So you're able to upload that as well and start your journey there. The second step here is creating the variations. And it's as simple as Evan says. You press on the part that you want to create a variation for, which I'll demo here in a minute, and you select the material or the color variation that you want to create. Lastly, once you have all your variations in place, you hit a button, it's published, you can share it. Any updates that you make on the platform on Toggle and republish will automatically update wherever it is that you published your asset. So if that means you've put the configurator on your e-commerce website, as soon as you publish it in Toggle, you don't have to re-embed. It automatically will update and show you the new variations that you've created.
amazing. Just so everyone understands, 1, 2, 3 is really, really important when it comes to technology. It has to be super simple, and that really, if you want it to scale beyond techies. And so this is a no-code platform. Again, anyone can use it. 1, 2, 3. With that, I think we could go into the live demo. Show you how simple it is.
Let me reshare my screen here.
We might even have Jack use it one day.
Next time it'll be Jack doing the demo for the next template.
Jack doing the demo. There it is. We're in.
We are in. So let's start from the very beginning here. This is our kind of temporary landing page for Toggle3D. And it's, again, you sign up for free. We do have a freemium version for this product. We also have a paid version. But since I'm a daily minute user of this product, I'm going to go right into my login here. So once you log into the platform, you see this sort of home page here that is welcoming you. You have a little bit of onboarding on how to get started. You have your projects tabs. You have your library tab of any models that you've previously uploaded or the resulting mesh of your CAD conversion that we do. You have your help and support page, and then you have your account settings and all of the other things that make a platform really functional and easy to use. I'm going to jump in with a fun little demo here with a Lamborghini. So here we've imported this externally onto Toggle. You see it even supports animations that were on here already when we had imported the model. To import the model, you do it right here. So upload my file. This is the resulting upload. Right here, you'll be able to see all the different parts of the 3D model. And if I press it, it'll show me kind of where those parts are located on the model. You can see some of them have been named, others have not. So I'm able to kind of easily go in here and kind of rename any parts if they are not already named in the model.
Yep.
I'm also able to.
Yep. So Dasha could be working for Lamborghini and designing a new car model, and the 3D version is in the studio, and she's now looking at prototypes of potential, new Lamborghini designs, new Lamborghini variations to ultimately launch into the market. And so, here she is without having to spend all the money on actually doing this in the real world. She's now doing this in this virtual 3D world.
Exactly. That brings up a really good point, because previously we've always talked about product configurators going on e-commerce websites. However, with this tool, now that it's an internal tool for companies to play around with, this could be an excellent way to prototype variations that maybe don't exist for the product already, play around with it, use this as a way to communicate to stakeholders the possible variations and get their buy-in kind of live here in 3D before you go ahead and commit to actually manufacturing the specific variation.
Exactly.
So it lets NexTech make an impact a lot earlier on in the product lifecycle, which is also a really great, powerful thing about this tool. We see here all the different parts. I'm able to kind of do this all live on the model as well. So there's lots of different ways to access the tools. But for the purposes of this demo, let's create a few fun variations for the Lambo. I've selected the body here, create a new variation. We have, as I mentioned earlier, over 1,000 PBR materials rendered and ready to go.
So this is where I want to have a little fun with you, Dasha, because this is every guy's dream car, right? So the Lamborghini, I want to see it in marbleized exterior, something that nobody else has ever seen. Boom, point and click. It's now covered with a marble. Look at that. That's like your kitchen countertop now on your Lambo. Again, this is designing the car in 3D. I mean, as fun as it is for me, for somebody who actually is designing product, this is an extremely powerful tool. and that's just marble. Let's pick up. Maybe should we take a look at it in wood or something, or I don't know, something. Yeah, wood Lamborghini. That is going to be hilarious. Let's see what like a light. Oh, look at that.
So the power of doing this is as a prototype, this might not be, a wooden Lamborghini. You've never seen this before. You would never manufacture it without, kind of having
never. Never say never.
I mean, well, you wouldn't have previously until you met Toggle, right? So
exactly.
Toggle lets you experiment with those variations that you might have not thought possible or feasible for your product. You're able to see it live before making any sort of crazy manufacturing commitments to it.
Yeah, and we're only right now looking at, let's say, the body, as mentioned. Click on, let's say, the tire or the rim, and let's just see if we do the same thing. We could we could pick a different part, and then just do the same exact thing, right?
Let's see it in leather here.
Now, we've made a leather rim.
And I'll save that variant for later, but we can also go into the metals, make it a little bit more, be something we would expect potentially to see.
Yeah.
So I'll save this variant as well for later. We're able also to do like a different part here. So if we wanted to change, let's say, this animation, these doors here, create a new variation for that. Let's play around here with another one that we haven't used. Try plastic out here. Oh, let's try a different one here.
Yeah, maybe tiles.
We can try tiles out. So might be the animation here that. Yeah, let's go at different parts. Do headlights.
Yeah. But, the magic is that this is point and click. And, this is one model. Again, you could import any model. It could be NASA, rocket ship. It could be a Lamborghini. It could be your coffee machine that you're experimenting with, different designs and different prototyping. So there's a wide array of use cases for this, a wide array of industries. We see this as becoming the standard tool for 3D, just like AutoCAD is the standard tool for CAD files and 3D renderings. You would take the AutoCAD file, import it in, and now you could design it. So AutoCAD doesn't let you design, lets you kind of create a very raw kind of 3D heavy file with every single piece of that product in 3D, and then you bring it into the studio, Toggle3D, you toggle over, and now you could design it. End-to-end solution for the 3D, and it's 100% subscription based. So it's going to be a SaaS product where you pay for seats. Is that it, Dasha?
Yep. So you'd pay for a license. Very shortly, as we add enterprise solutions, you'll be able to pay for seats as an enterprise package. But yes, monthly subscription.
Yeah. So it's monthly subscription. And, again, we're pretty agnostic whose 3D model you use. Although, of course, if you're using our 3D models, we get paid to make the model. And then you have everything kind of under one umbrella, where NexTech is not only your Toggle3D platform, but also your 3D model manufacturer. And then you have the content management system all linked together under, again, one end-to-end solution that we offer.
What you've seen here is as Evan was talking, I was kind of playing around with the different variations that we had created. So I'm able to see them as I created them. And then right before I'm ready to publish onto my e-commerce website or share with stakeholders as I'm making design decisions, I'm actually able to see it in that typical sort of configurator experience that you see online today, where I'm seeing it all change in real time.
And then you just publish this, you push a button, and then all these different configurations end up on a website.
Exactly. So if I said, looks good, I'm ready to publish. Currently, I'm given two different options here. I'll be given an option to send a view link to anybody here, so I can copy it and open a new tab here, and anybody can see the end result of the configurator.
Wow, that's exciting. I don't think I've actually seen this all end to end, where you just toggled into Toggle, created a custom Lambo in front of my very eyes, literally just cut and pasted that link, and now we're in a web browser looking at that and looking at all the different variations, and then all of that can just be imported onto a website, you're saying, just by the click of a button, just like...
Exactly. So here, this is the other option. Here's the embed code. So as we kind of are used to today, this would just be an iframe that you're provided, and I'm able to put it onto my e-commerce site. Anything that I do, and I'll be able to show it here. So let's say, hypothetically, we wanted to add one more variation to our body here. Anything that I do, if I republish it, you'll see this live link republish as well.
Wow.
We've never seen a carpet Lamborghini, so let's just continue playing around here, having some fun. I see that the variants have been saved in my body, this new carpet here. I publish it. I don't need to re-embed the code that you saw earlier after this publish loads, but if I just reload, and this is on an e-commerce website, it automatically reload. If I just reload the page here.
This is impressive to me, and it's my company. I'm looking at it and I'm like, okay, for the entire ecosystem, the 3D industry, whether you're talking about Apple, Microsoft, Meta, nobody has this technology. Adobe, there's nobody that has this. AutoCAD, these are all billion, some of them are trillion-dollar companies. We've done the pioneering work, and this is now about to launch. I think this week. So this is happening right now. Maybe we can move to that other demo, which shows what does the other one show? The CAD.
Yeah, so we also have the instance of a CAD conversion. This is what makes this platform really powerful for manufacturers because this is completely AI. So from the CAD conversion, we're not touching the model at all. You'll see here that if I enter this product configurator template, and I upload a file.
Stop there for a second, just for 1 second. I'm sorry to keep interrupting you, Dasha, but this is important information. Okay, so Dasha just said she ran over something without actually realizing how huge it is. It's 100% AI. Okay. Our biggest customer today is Amazon. We've made that clear a number of times. They're asking for a large volume of 3D models, but their customers are manufacturers. The people that actually populate the site with product, a lot of them are manufacturers. And manufacturers have CAD files. Our ability to scale, is it unlimited, Dasha?
If you're on the Pro plan, if you're paying for the platform, it is unlimited CAD conversions.
Okay, so our ability to scale CAD files on Toggle3D is simply game-changing. It is the thing I've been talking about for the past year, and it's here now. Dasha is demoing and really ushering in a new era for the 3D and CAD file industry.
Exactly. As Evan said, completely AI. So once I've uploaded this file here, you'll see that, I get this message letting me know, just hang on tight, let us make this conversion. It honestly happens, depending on the file size, between 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes.
So it's happening.
It's happening live right now.
It's happening. So you guys are witnessing history in the making. This is history in the making. This is AI. The AI is doing its thing. Oh, it's coming. There it is.
There you go.
You just witnessed a CAD conversion using AI into a 3D model on the Toggle3D platform.
Exactly. So something that used to be a very heavy CAD mesh or CAD kind of diagram there, a little blueprint, has been created into this lightweight 3D model that you can now add materials to. You're able to add color to. You're able to make it look photorealistic. And at the same time, which makes it really important, is now a CAD file is applicable to the web. So before, it's way too heavy to actually, export and just put on your e-commerce site, even though it wouldn't look photorealistic if you were to do that. It's too heavy to support that. So, these lightweight files make that possible.
So let's just be clear. You have this heavyweight CAD file that's now been imported into Toggle3D. Here it is. All AI, no, you're just clicking buttons, right? So there's no human, which means it's highly scalable. Now this is kind of a, let's call it vanilla CAD file that Dasha is now going to take out the design tools that we were using on the Lambo. And essentially these are called meshes. Is that what we call them?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So every part here, every kind of face, you're able to texture and add materials to, and really get down to the nitty-gritty details of making this look as realistic as possible.
Yeah, so if you think of every product that's ever been made, every product that's being made today, every product that will be made tomorrow, they all use CAD files. You have to use a CAD file on the manufacturing level, and basically it's this. It's a vanilla, it's plain, and then it's up to you as the designer. You hire a design firm to design your products. Look at all the Gucci products that are out there. They start off all just gray and very plain, and then the designer does their Gucci thing and turns it into something amazing that everybody wants to buy. And so all of that can happen inside this platform. Previously, you had to FedEx product, you had to fly people all over the world to different locations to be on site. This is also collaborative, is it not?
It will be very soon. In its next release, it will be collaborative as well.
So Dasha could be where she is, and I could be where I am, and we could be collaborating, dropping sticky notes and working on this design together. So it's this global ability to interact and design. Look at that. It's starting to look like a real product that you might find at IKEA or someplace.
Exactly. So what I've done here is I grouped different meshes together, and we are optimizing this process. So you wouldn't actually have to go through all the meshes, but kind of auto group them for you. For this beta launch, you're able to group them yourself very easily, holding down Shift or grouping right here as well. You're able to see kind of this option to group. And from there, I just apply materials. So in the previous demo, we created variations because the Lambo had already had materials on it when we imported it. But here we're starting from scratch. This is essentially a 3D mesh that you would have to go piece by piece and add materials to. As you saw here kind of earlier, you're able to hide different parts too. So you can really get into like the inside portions of the model as well. But after I've grouped something that I've defined to be a drawer, I'm able to edit the material and go ahead and add any material that I want to it, save it. I'm able to do something very similar for kind of the other parts.
And so, Dasha, we have a material library that's preloaded. But again, if you're Gucci, you're going to load your own material library. And you could do that just as easily, right? You could just load.
Exactly. So if you did have proprietary materials, we do also support the ability to upload that. But here, so I've created another group here. I'm adding another material to it. Let's go into the metals here. Something that I'm expecting it to be maybe like a stainless steel. Seems very, very real here. And so I'm able to, the parts that I just grouped, I had added the stainless steel material to. And kind of to help me keep track of that, I'm able to rename this, let's say, as a frame.
Right. Yeah. And so once this is done, once she's just demoing, she saves it, and then it can be imported onto your website, and you could start selling it or pre-selling, even though you haven't even made the product, but you could start to pre-sell it. I mean, I could actually see this being super useful for Kickstarter, right, where they might have a CAD, but they haven't actually started production yet, but they could create this 3D model of the product that they're going to make. And I bet you they would love something like this. So lots and lots of use cases. This was a great demo. I really appreciate all the hard work, Dasha, that you and the team have put into bringing this to life. It really is game-changing technology for the 3D modeling industry. And I think with that, Dasha, I will see you after the show. You could drop off. You don't have to be bored by Jack and I.
Never a dull moment with you two. Thank you so much for the opportunity to be on here. It was a pleasure, and I hope to return soon.
Great job.
Thank you. Thank you for the demo.
Thanks.
Wow. So this is okay. So this is very interesting. So let's kind of unpack what's the business model with this? What is this used for?
So it's super simple, Jack. This is software, as we talked about. So the profit margins are going to be 90%. So we don't care who makes a 3D model. Right now, we make 3D models. There's a couple of other companies that make 3D models. But think about Amazon, back to that use case again. We're a preferred partner for Amazon. They're going to be opening the floodgates. Right now, they have not opened the floodgates for all of their sellers to convert their products to 3D. Once they do open the floodgates, which is happening Q4 of 2022.
Okay.
And we know because we talked to Amazon. I spoke to them yesterday. So this is happening. And what does that mean? We're going to be front and center with Toggle3D. We're going to be introduced to Amazon manufacturers and sellers. We're going to put them on the Toggle3D platform. We're going to say, bring your 3D models, or if you don't have any 3D models, we'll make you 3D models.
Okay.
The 3D models will be on this platform. So from NexTech's perspective, the 3D model business is going to continue to grow, but there's that business. There are some constraints. Like we can't do 1 million 3D models a month.
It's basically it's sort of like
we can get 1 million Toggle3D subscribers in a month.
Okay.
Right. So there's a very big difference. So the 3D modeling business is growing exponentially. Yes, it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and we'll do millions in revenue. But to get to that billions, Toggle3D.
Okay. So this is a self-service platform, basically for
self-serve, no touch.
Okay.
You saw AI-generated 3D models. AI-generated 3D models. We've been talking about it. It's now here. You just saw. She just literally converted that. That whatever that thing was. She showed us.
So okay. So basically, now. Now, here's a question. Now, you mentioned Adobe before, right? So Adobe's a player. Like, is this something that Adobe can they replicate this, or are they better off buying it from you or buying like what is
this definitely has. This is gonna.
You just bought Figma for $20 billion.
This is going to make AutoCAD, Adobe, even Amazon. Everybody's going to sit up in their seats and take notice of this. This is, I mean, look, we come on your show, lots of other people come on your show, everybody talks their story, whatever. I'm telling you, game-changing technology was just demoed. This is legit game-changing technology. Nobody, nobody has the ability to do what we just demoed for you. It doesn't exist. We're ushering in a new era, which is this Adobe slash AutoCAD subscription platform where you pay us monthly fee. You could bring in your own 3D models. Sketchfab will be integrated. Sketchfab has 1 million plus 3D models. You'll be able to import a model from Sketchfab on Toggle3D or TurboSquid or any of these 3D model marketplaces, which already, they have millions of them. It could be for the gaming industry. You bring in a 3D model, whatever it is, a gargoyle, and you want to redesign it, you do it on Toggle3D. Everybody's going to use this platform. It's going to become the standard. It's just that good. It just has too many features, too much functionality. It's too easy to use. It's incredible. I mean, honestly, I have to say my team's done an amazing job. I'm beyond impressed with what was just demoed. I hope everybody understands, to be able to do what we're presenting, no human touch, CAD files, everything that's manufactured on the face of the planet. You're talking about this pen, or you're talking about this computer, or you're talking about everything. You have to have a CAD file to make it. Okay. And so when you think about the CAD file, okay, it's just it's kind of like
okay. So basically, the CAD. So basically, you can convert CAD files to 3D models at scale, right? For like you use in e-commerce or what have you.
Yes.
How do you make money? What's the business model with this? It's a subscription.
Yeah, Jack, you're going to pay me X number of dollars per month to use my platform. That's it. You're going to pay me 100, 200, 300, whatever it is, per month to use my platform. And, it's going to be based on seats. So how many people are going to use it? Ultimately, there's going to be some premium parts of the platform. So some of the platform will be, it'll be, let's say, $99 just for what you saw today per month. Oh, you want the virtual photography studio, where you could turn it into a photography studio, so you could, have photorealistic images of 3D models on your website, or in your magazines, or on TV, or posters, or whatever. Maybe you'll pay us $1,000 a month for that. So there's going to be different tiers based on the functionality that you're going to use. But I mean, this has billion-dollar potential written all over it, and it's just starting. Like, we're just now bringing this to market. We've been talking about it for quite some time. We've been talking about the CAD to Poly. This is that CAD to Poly product on steroids, where it's CAD to Poly plus a virtual photography studio, plus a decorator, which we didn't show here, plus the configurator. So it's I don't know if you could tell, but I'm really excited.
Okay. So, here's the thing. So it's interesting. So, I don't think people realize, I don't think investors realize, like, NexTech, I mean, because, what I think what the problem is, in the microcap space, especially with Canadian companies, Canadian listed companies, people are used to, some stories. They don't have, you actually have a real technology business with like constant innovation, new products. It's sort of, I mean, like, again, it's like,
tell me one other company in the entire Canadian market, or even the U.S.
Or has multiple platforms, nobody
who has Amazon as a customer. Just tell me one other company.
I don't know any.
You won't be able to find one. Tell me another company that has as much technology as we keep rolling out. With our market cap, you won't find another one. It's an opportunity, for investors. I'm thinking of buying shares just because it's like so ridiculously cheap in my mind. Obviously, the market is creating an opportunity, and that's what happens on occasion.
Evan, it's interesting. The strategic buyers are valuing these things much different. Like, look at, again, I'm going back to the Adobe thing. Adobe is buying this company Figma for $20 billion. This company Figma, nobody has heard of it. I mean, most normal people never heard of it.
We've heard of them. We use Figma.
Yeah. So what? Yeah. So it's that's like a serious number, right? So can Adobe eventually buy NexTech? I mean, in other words, or maybe this part of the business.
Yeah. So remember, NexTech is a company that has multiple businesses,
Multiple baby unicorns.
So we're spinning out ARway. That's our first major spin out, which will be a big hit. We're getting a lot of interest on the business side. And so I think that's going to be super exciting because, again, we've done some pioneering work and we've commercialized and we're bringing it to market. I mean, that is our story, right? That we spend a ton of time, money, and effort doing the pioneering work to the point where we could get a product into the market. And that's what we're doing with Toggle3D. We're doing that with 3D models. Even Map Dynamics, our event platform, with our new leadership, Malia, as CEO, that is now turning into an event technology business. When we acquired it, it was just an event business. But it's now turning into, we're taking all of our tech and integrating it so that it's an event technology business. So when you think about all of these things, Jack, they're all kind of trapped inside of NexTech, and I'm not using that word loosely. They're kind of trapped. I'm going to release them to the market so that the value can be unlocked.
So there's going to be potentially more spin-outs beyond ARway.
Yeah, we got to get past ARway, but absolutely, there's certainly potential for more spin-outs, and there's no doubt in my mind that these spin-outs are going to create value for the NexTech shareholders. That's the whole reason we're doing it. And again, as the largest single shareholder, with almost 10 million shares, I'm trying to create value for all shareholders, which happens to include me.
Okay, Evan, let's wrap up. I gotta get to Bruce Campbell, the Stonecastle Fund, the money manager.
No problem, Jack. This was
last question. Two last questions. We'll go real quick. We've seen a bunch of news. Look, what other news flow can investors expect? Like, what's happening next? Let's call it 2-3 weeks. I'm sure you're gonna be back.
Well, I'm not going to talk about 2 or 3 weeks per se, but I will say, look, if you think about the catalysts, like why would you want to buy NexTech?
Yeah. What's top 3 reasons?
So I'll give you the number one reason. Our 3D modeling business is scaling, and that is going to show up in our Q3 numbers. We're going to have a record quarter for Q3 in terms of our 3D business. Remember, we're exiting the legacy e-com businesses, so that revenue will disappear. But the 3D modeling revenue is going to start to show up aggressively in Q3 and aggressively in Q4. And really, I think it's going to surprise people in 2023 what we're going to deliver in terms of, again, this 3D model. That's just one lane that we're driving down where it's now starting to go very, very fast, similar to what we saw in 2020. Now, with the spin-offs, you get this added bonus where you potentially will own another company that's going to have a rapid adoption rate. So not only are the 3D models going to start to show up on the revenue in Q3, Q4 into 2023, which is why you want to invest, right? Because the company starts to get traction and scale, and off it goes. Well, ARway is going to be another one of those companies. And again, it's software. It's like Toggle3D. We're not making 3D models. It's going to scale. And we're already getting a lot of demand for demos. And so those are the reasons. Like, this is imminent stuff. The spin out is October. Q3 ends the end of this month, right, Jack?
Yep.
So don't be surprised if the numbers for Q3 come in quite strong, and that continues into Q4 and 2023 and beyond. We'll leave it at that, Jack.